Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava 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 Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Taram Lakshman Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Radha Gokulananda Bhagwan Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So we're reading from Canto 3, Chapter 9, Text 19 this morning. This one's got a different one. Yeah, anyway, I've got it on paper, so. Okay, so text 18, yeah. Yasmad bibemi ahamapi dviparata disyam Yasmad bibemi ahamapi dviparata disyam Adya sita sakala loka namaskritam yad Talakaka niham Tepe tapo bahu savo avarurut samanas Tasmai namo bhagavate dhimakaya tubhyam Yasmad bibemi ahamapi dviparartha dishyam Adya sita sakala loka namaskritam yat Adya sakala loka namaskritam yat Tepe tapo bahu savo va araruta samanas Tasmai namo bhagavate dhimakhyatubhyam Yasmad bibemi ahamapi dviparartha disnyam Adya sita sakala loka namaskritam yat Tepe tapo bahusavo varurutas samanas. Tasmai namo bhagavate dimakaya tubhyam. Yasmat vipeni Mataji. Yasmat vipeni ahamapi Okay, Yasmat. From whom? Bibhemi. Fear. Aham. I. Api. Also. Dviparatha aratha. Up to the limit of 4,300,000,000 times 2 times 30 times 12 times 100 solar years. Dishya, place, Adhyasita, situated in Sakalaloka, all other planets, Namaskritam, honored by Yat, that, Tepe, underwent, Tapaha, penances, Bahusavaha, many years, Avarurutsamana, desiring to obtain you. Tasmai, unto him, Namaha, I offer my obeisances. Bhagavate, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Adhimakhaya, unto him who is the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Tubhyam, unto your lordship. Translation and purport. Your Lordship, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are indefatigable time and the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Although I am situated in an abode which will continue to exist for a time duration of 2 parardhas, although I am the leader of all other planets in the universe, and although I have undergone many, many years of penance for self-realization, I offer my respects unto you. Brahma is the greatest personality in the universe because he has the longest duration of life. He is the most respectable personality because of his penance, influence, prestige, etc. And still he has to offer his respectful obeisances unto the Lord. Therefore, it is incumbent upon all others who are far, far below the standard of Brahma to do as he did and offer respects as a matter of duty. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Swapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yudo Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghutattanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Sadhubhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakambitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. So thank you for coming to the Srimad Bhagavatam class this morning. I seek blessings from all of you so that we can discuss something that can purify my heart. So this is a really wonderful verse where, Lord Brahma, the greatest personality in the universe, is offering his respects as a matter of duty. So we're continuing with the prayers of Lord Brahma at the time of creation. And in this verse, we see that there are 2 points here that Srila Prabhupada points out. How Brahma is the greatest personality in the universe, is still paying obeisances, and that, who are we compared to Brahma? So we definitely should be paying our obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I thought that let's first think about who is actually Lord Brahma. So we have been reading, so we know that Lord Brahma is the secondary creator, and Krishna or Vishnu is, he creates the situation. So Lord Brahma was, as we know, was born from a lotus flower. And he was sitting at the top of the lotus flower, looking around, and there was total darkness. He couldn't see a thing. There was nothing, absolutely nothing there. And he was wondering, who am I? What is my source? What am I meant to do? What am I doing here? And isn't that, in our case, we sometimes wonder, who am I? What am I doing here? What is my purpose? And, that's the reason some of us actually come to Krishna consciousness to find out. So Lord Brahma then decided to go down the stalk of the lotus, and that took him 1,000,000 years to go down. And when he got down, there was just the sea. And it was a storm, it was thunderous sound, it was like terrible sounds coming from there. And still he could not see anything, so he quickly ran up because he was fearful, because it was just so noisy. So then, he's still thinking that, what do I need to do? And in his heart, he hears the word tapa. So he then starts to meditate, and thereafter the Lord reveals to him. We read in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Tene Brahma Adi Kavaya. So, from the third hole of his flute, Krishna gives the knowledge to Brahma. So, even Brahma, who is the first creator of this creation, had to meditate, like, why am I here and what is my purpose? And so the Lord gave him the knowledge, and he started the creation process. His Holiness Bhakti-Rasamitra Swami, he gives a really nice analogy. He explains that Brahma is the creator, so he is the brick builder. And everything that is needed, so when you're building a house, you need the cement, so that needs to come from the cement factory. You need, the bricks, so they need to come from the brick factory. You need the water, which comes from the river. So you need all these things, the architect to plan the house. But all of this was done by Krishna already. So he had, put everything in place. He supplied all the basic ingredients. And Lord Brahma then, as the secondary creator, uses these materials to then organize and create. So Lord Brahma then created everything we have in this universe. And it is a wonderful place, isn't it? Yes, it's a wonderful place. We have so many beautiful mountains, rivers, so many beautiful things around us. If you even think of the flowers, look at how many varieties, the different colors, the different shapes, the intricate designs. So, it's been made so beautifully. So, the master plan was created by Krishna, and Brahma made it happen. Then the souls were impregnated into the universe. And because Lord Brahma did such a wonderful job, that the souls who came here wanted to enjoy. And they thought, wow, it's a beautiful place, we can enjoy here. So here we are. But the world is actually a dark well. Dukhalaya Ashwashtam. We all feel that this is where we belong. Yes, there are problems, but what to do? It's not that bad. It's okay here. And we continually keep suffering. However, one day, in that dark well, there is a rope that is thrown up from upstairs. So somebody throws a rope and says to us, catch that rope. And we look around us, and no one else is interested in catching that rope. And when you want to, they say that, oh no, why do you want to do that? You don't know what's out there. We are all here together, we are all okay. You don't want to go to the top. So there's discouragement there. And then you look up at the well, the top of the well where the rope is, and you see a little smiling face which says to you, catch the rope, come. And that smiling face is Lord Brahma. So he has thrown that rope. So we have 4 sampradayas. What are the sampradayas that we have? Brahma Sampradaya, Shri, Rudra and Kumara. So these 4 sampradayas, the acharyas or whoever is leading the sampradayas, they all threw those ropes in the well. And whoever took up the rope came out of the well. So Lord Brahma has this important job of passing down the Vedic knowledge that he received when he started that meditation at the beginning. And then the Lord Brahma throws the rope to us, and then what do we need to do? What do we need to do? We need to throw that rope to others, right? It is our job then that we get as many people out of the deep dark well as we can. And how can we do that? How can we throw the rope? Yes, David Prabhu. We have to save ourselves first. So yes, we have to grab the rope and then we try and save others. So, all the wonderful devotees, they go out on Sankirtan, they're trying to, get people to come. That's throwing the rope as well. I sit in this volunteer office, and when, people, we give people opportunities to come closer to Krishna, by giving them service. And, some people, they come because they just want to give back to the community. Some people think that, wow, it's a glamorous thing to do. And then they come, and then, the service is not quite easy. All services are quite challenging, and then they think, not for me. But, and then there are some who just come and want to serve selflessly. So, there are different ways that we are trying to reach out to people, following in that footsteps of Lord Brahma. So, anyway, we see the importance of Lord Brahma and how he serves the Lord as no one else is doing. What he did is a special service that not many people get to do. And here Srila Prabhupada is actually glorifying him, that Brahma is the greatest personality. And because he has the longest duration of life, and we saw that number, I don't know if any mathematicians here, but if you multiply all those numbers, I don't know what that number even looks like. And he's the most respectful personality because of his penance, his influence, his prestige. And he is paying obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, and we should also pay. So let's discuss obeisances. Paying obeisances is an integral part of our lives, isn't it? We pay obeisances to the deities, to Tulsi Maharani, to our spiritual master, to our parents, to elders. And sometimes we just do this mechanically. We get down and we get up. But what is the reason for paying obeisances? Anyone have any ideas? Why do we pay obeisances? What's the reason? Humility. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, to show humility. Yes, so, when we bow down, we are giving somebody else that position, that respect. So we are showing humility. Any other reasons? To offer our respects. Thank you. So, we offer our respects to anyone who's senior, elder, our parents, and obviously the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And any other reasons why we pay obeisances? Okay, it's part of our sadhana, devotional service. So in the Nectar of Devotion, there are the 21st limb of that, out of the 64 limbs of bhakti, is paying obeisances. And we also see that some people pay obeisances as austerity. I'm sure many of you have gone to the Govardhan Hill, And we say all these people, we see all these people who are paying their full dandavats, and then they put a stone there, they get up, and then they pay their full dandavats. And it takes them like months and months, maybe even years, to go around the Govardhan Hills. So, that's their austerity that they're performing by offering obeisances. And Srila Prabhupada said that devotional service to the Lord is the natural instinct of every living entity, even uncivilized men, like the Aborigines. So, they offer their obeisances to something wonderful. If, thunder strikes, they all pay their obeisances because this is something greater than them. When they see something that is exhibited that is wonderful in the nature, they pay obeisances. Shishi Radha Gokulanand Bhagwan ki jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, they pay obeisances, and even in the minds of the jungle people, who are very simple, they pay obeisances, to the sea, to nature, and, that's their way of gradually appreciating the supremacy, the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead when they are doing that. That's actually the first step in coming closer to God, that we are acknowledging that there is something higher than us, there is something superior to us. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that there are 4 motivations why, they offer obeisances or any activities. One is fear, the other one is reward, duty, and love. So Srila Jiva Goswami says that paying obeisances includes not just Krishna, but everything included, or anything connected to Krishna. So his expansions, anything that's connected, like the rivers, Yamuna River, Tulsi Maharani, the cows. So we need to pay obeisances to all of these. There is a story about Ramanujacharya. Once he was walking on the beach and he saw some children, out of sand, they made deities. And these children were then offering, making offering to these deities. And as he was going past, he stopped and he paid obeisances to the deities that were just made out of sand by the children, because he saw that the children's understanding was that these are deities and we are making offerings. So that should be our mood and humility that, we offer obeisances with. It is a scriptural injunction that in the midst of offering obeisance to the spiritual master, we need to say the mantras aloud. His Holiness Shivram Swami is very strict about this, that when you pay obeisances to the spiritual master, you have to say the mantras loudly, because when we are paying obeisances, not just with the body, it's with our mind and with our words that we are paying obeisances. So we need to say aloud, and then our mind is also there when we are paying obeisances. There are different ways of offering obeisances. Can anyone say what the different ways are of offering obeisances? How do we actually pay obeisances? Yes, Prabhu. Dandavat pranam. So dandavat is when you fall like a road, straight down, and offer dandavats. And then anything?
You give picture, you give a donation to the spiritual master. Whatever you have is his, really.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. Must have that understanding. Thank you. Yes, so we pray our pay our obeisances as dandavat. We can fold our hands and pay our obeisances. There is the Ashtanga, way where 8 limbs are touching the floor. And then there is Pancha Anga, where 5 parts, so the arms, knees and head is touching. Matajis usually pay obeisances in that way. So there are different types of obeisances that we pay. We saw in the story where Lord Brahma, Vimohana, where he stole the calves, and when he was remorseful, he came, and because he has 4 heads, he was offering obeisances on each side, so each of the head would touch the floor. Because when he was paying obeisances with 1 head, the other 3 heads were higher. So, he did that to show that he was, totally humble and, paying obeisances like that. In the Nectar of Devotion, it mentions, there's a lot of information about obeisances actually in the Nectar of Devotion. It is mentioned that the importance of obeisances as a discipline is to get rid of the madness of material consciousness. So, as part of the treatment that we've been given by our acharyas and the sadhus and the shastras is that if one genuinely pays their obeisances with all humility, gradually the impurities in our heart will also go. So, it's an important part of our sadhana. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Bhagavad Gita, in our scriptures, there are so many verses where, we see that obeisances are offered. We have Kunti Maharani, offering Nama Pankajanabhaya, Nama Pankajamalini, all those obeisances. We have Namo Mahavadanyaya, Namo Brahmanya Hitaya Cha. All these, mantras and prayers, they all have obeisances, Namo. So Namo means we are bowing down. So there are so many, prayers like that, showing us that, obeisances are so important. However, in this material world, people think that it's demeaning. Everyone is equal. Why do you need to pay obeisances to somebody else? And that's the attitude, there is in this material world. But, we as devotees or aspiring devotees know that it's part of humility, and it's so important that we do this with our body, mind, and words. There is a story, and I'll sort of end with this. There is a story in the Srimad Bhagavatam about Lord Balaram. So, Lord Balaram, when the arrangements were being made for the fight of Kurukshetra, by the 2 rival parties, one by Duryodhana and one by Pandava, he didn't like the idea, and he tried to be a mediator. And then, finally he was, he just left and he went on places of pilgrimage. So finally he came to Naimisharanya, and when he visited, so I'll just read this bit. When Lord Balaram visited that place, there was a great sacrifice being performed by the great assembly of transcendentalists. Such meetings were planned to last thousands of years. When Lord Balaram arrived, all the participants in the meeting, great sages, brahmanas, learned scholars, immediately arose from their seats and offered obeisances and respects by standing up and paying obeisances. And those who were elderly, great sages and brahmanas offered him blessings after standing up. After this formality, Lord Balaram was offered a suitable seat, and everyone present worshipped him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Education or learning means to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, although Balaram appeared on earth as a Kshatriya, all the Brahmanas and sages stood up because they knew who Lord Balaram was. Unfortunately, Balaram saw Romaharshana, the disciple of Vyasadeva, was still sitting on the Vyasasan. And because, he'd not gotten up or he hadn't offered any respects to Lord Balaram, And because he was seated on the Vyasasana, he foolishly thought himself greater than the Lord. Therefore, he did not get down. Lord Balaram also observed this, Lord Balaram did not like the audacity of Romaharshana, and becoming very angry at him, declared from his seat, "This man, Romaharshana, is so impudent that he has accepted a higher seat than all the respectable Brahmanas here, although he was born from a degraded family." When a person is seated on the Vyasasana, he does not generally have to stand to receive a particular person entering the assembly. But in this case, the situation was different because Lord Baladev or Balaram is not an ordinary human being. So Lord Balaram then, just with a kusa straw, so a blade of grass, he just threw that at Romaharshana, and Romaharshana left his body. So, this story shows that how important it is that we show. And we also know, we don't have time, so we're not going to go into the story of Parikshit Maharaj. But, again, this is a story where he went and the Brahmana did not show him respect, and he got so annoyed. And we saw the consequences of what happened, after that. So, there are many, many stories in the Srimad Bhagavatam as well about how important it is and the consequences of not paying, obeisances. Little Prahlad Maharaj, he was showing respects and prayers to Lord Nrsimhadev when he appeared. So one can offer out of fear, but it's better to offer out of duty, and it's even better to offer out of love. So we hear here that Srila Prabhupada stresses that even important personality like Lord Brahma is paying obeisances. So we all, what do we have to be proud of really? Whatever we have, the Supreme Personality has given us. And so, we should also be paying obeisances. And Lord Brahma had already made this mistake, in the Brahma Vimohana pastime, where he, Maya is so powerful that he also thought that, is this little boy, playing with these coward boys, is he really the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And he wanted to test him. And then, he came and he paid his obeisances and he was begging for forgiveness. So, we also need to be so careful because Maya is so powerful, and, we can also become proud and think that why do I need to pay obeisances to this person, maybe not to that person, but with humility we know that we need to pay obeisances to everyone. And, that's what the Lord likes. We see that in, when the Rasa Leela, was happening, Radharani just for a split second thought that, wow, out of all these gopis, Krishna is just with me. And to teach that lesson to us through that Leela, Krishna immediately disappeared. So, we also have to be very careful that we do not become proud. We have nothing to become proud about, and we should humbly also offer obeisances. So I will end here. Thank you so much for listening patiently. Any reflections, corrections? Yes, Prabhuji, do we have a mic?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. This prayer by Lord Brahma, this particular verse, I found very confusing. Because here he's saying, although I am the leader of all the planets, I have undergone so many penance, still I offer my obeisances to you. This is just like we coming to Radha Gokulan and telling, although my father is a big businessman, although I am a graduate from XYZ University, although I work for ABC company, still I offer my respects to you. So that's a bit inappropriate, right? So
yes.
How do we understand this?
So like I said that Lord Brahma, although he's saying that, look at me, I am the creator, I am this, but who is the master plan, behind the master plan? That's Krishna. So everything we have been given. So, your father might be something great, but who gave him that position? He might have all the opulences, but who gave him that opulence? So just like that, Lord Brahma was given all this. Who gave it to him? It's only by Krishna's mercy that Lord Brahma, and also when he was meditating, it was Lord Krishna who gave him the knowledge. He didn't know what to do. He was sitting there thinking, it's pitch dark, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing here. But when the knowledge came from the Lord, then he was able to create. Right? So, and Lord Brahma, as we know, he's made a mistake beforehand as well when he's become proud. And that's the whole point I was sharing, that, we have to be very careful that we don't become proud like that, that my father is this and this, so I am also this and this. Everything is coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so we have nothing to be proud of. Thank you, Prabhu. Mataji. Yeah.
As far as I remember, in the Nectar of Devotion, it says that it's an offense to offer obeisances to others while you're in front of the deity. So I wanted to ask, why do we offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas and to Srila Prabhupada even though we're in front of the deities?
Okay, that's a tricky one. And I've heard different things as well, that when the curtains are open, if your spiritual master walks in, then you do not pay obeisances. This is what I've heard as well. But then we do pay obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, and when we say Vanchakalpa, we pay obeisances. So I really don't have the answer. I don't know if anyone else can share some. Damodar Prabhu, can we have the mic, please?
I asked this question before to His Holiness J. Advaita Swami, and he said that basically that it was in Prabhupada's time and it was done and it was accepted by Prabhupada, and because he's the Acharya, whatever the Acharya says becomes accepted. So Sri Prabhupada accepted it, so therefore it continues. That's his what Maharaj explained.
Yeah. Also, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that if you disrespect my devotees and you offer respect to me, then I will not accept it. So, his devotees are more dear to him. So, but as Prabhuji said, if Maharaj said that, then we accept that. Is that okay, Mataji? Okay, Prayojan Prabhu? It's not on, Prabhu.
Govinda Swami, he and other Maharajas, they said while people are offering having their prasad, they don't have to offer obeisances to the thing. It's disrespectful to the thing. So he says, no, you just carry on, because the spiritual master likes to see you honouring prasad. It says so in the prayers that we sing in the morning. So, but also there's a way that sometimes you get a little pat on the head from somebody who's senior to you, and there's nothing like it. I can remember it's happened to me several times. I won't embarrass the person he may be hearing, but certainly it's just a little pat on the head, and somehow it's an amazing thing. It's a response from a senior person. They just tap you on the head. Yeah, like patting a dog.
Dog. Yeah. It's blessings, isn't it? They're giving blessings.
It's showing they're grateful.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. And like prasadam is no different to the Lord. So we are honoring prasadam. So thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for the class. So, following on from Prajanapuru's point, if you're taking prasadam and the spiritual master walks in, how do you acknowledge or offer respects? Because it said that while taking prasadam, we shouldn't offer obeisances.
Prayojan Prabhu? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's about, like we said, you can pay obeisances all these different ways as long as you've paid obeisances. So, if you can't give your full dandavats, then at least, with your body you're showing some gesture, with your words you might be offering obeisances, saying the mantra, bowing your head. So it's showing respect. So, even if you can't do dandavat, at least that's another way, like even folding our hands. I mean, that's why we have this, we are offering our respects to other people when we fold our hand like that. So I would say that there are other ways of offering respects as well. Is that okay?
Actually,
Thank you.
I really miss offering dandavats.
Oh,
It's a painful situation, actually. It's just knowing I can't do it.
do it. That's fine. But, there are other, like we say, there are other ways of offering which we can do, And it's
I'm going upstairs to Prabhupada.
rooms. Yeah.
What to do?
Yeah, but as long as it's with, in our heart we are paying, that's the most important thing. This body has limitations. So if we are doing it from our heart, that's the most important thing. Yeah, thank you. So thank you all very much. Srimad Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.